Hey friends, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all the things that I've been making over the last couple of weeks. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning person, thank you so much for your continued support. All right, let's get into it. I first want to say happy Mother's Day. Today is Mother's Day, and I hope that all the mothers out there that are watching this video got to do something that they really enjoy today. As for myself, I got to do a tiny bit of sewing. I've been cleaning, and my husband made me an awesome breakfast. Hopefully he'll make me an awesome dinner too. But for the rest of the day, we have baseball, so I'll go watch my kid play baseball and support my family in that way. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty much a normal Sunday for me, nothing too exciting. But I am blessed, and I'm so happy to be able to say that I am a mother. The first thing that I sewed up over these past couple of weeks was scrunchies. And this is just some of them. I actually made around 30 to 36 scrunchies, not in this size, these were just scraps, but in these jumbo size, and they're all in different colors, and I have them stored away for when I'm ready to add them to my Etsy shop. So I made a ton of scrunchies, and they are massive. I love them so much. They are big enough to tie around my hair twice, if that makes sense, and still have a big fluffy full look without denting my curls. So that's how I actually sleep with my hair at night, is in a pineapple ponytail at the top of my head with a satin scrunchie, and when I take it off and shake my curls out, there's no indent where a rubber band was. So I really love that, and I love being able to make them in so many fun colors, and I have some other colors prepped and ready for me to finish sewing, so I'll probably get to that in this coming week. So that was the first thing that I worked on. The other thing that I worked on is teacher appreciation gifts. So this year I made my kids' teachers these keychain lanyards, and I'll insert a picture. And I also made a little coin purse that is perfect size for a gift card, and I slipped a little gift card in each of the little coin pouches. Now for my son's PE teacher, he is a man, so for him I actually made a book cover out of a denim fabric, and I slipped a gift card in there with his book cover. So that's what I did for teacher appreciation. I don't have a picture of the book cover, but you guys have seen me share those several times on my channel, so that's old news. You know what those look like. But for the wristlets and the coin purses, that was the first time that I actually gave that as a gift, and so that was kind of fun to figure out what I could do with fabric scraps that someone might appreciate, and I hope that they all did. And it's always fun to receive a little gift card. So the next thing that I made after that was a dress. I went to a fundraising dinner. It was a gala, and I didn't have anything to wear because I've gained a little bit of weight, okay? Actually, let's back up. I gained weight, but I've been working out and I've changed my eating habits, so I've also lost a little bit of weight, and I'm still on that journey. So hopefully I'll be able to lose a lot more. But back to the dress. I needed something quick and simple, and I wanted to use a fabric that I had been hoarding for a very long time. I had envisioned in my mind making a turtleneck sweater dress out of this fabric, and it's not sweater fabric, it's really thick, really nice knit fabric. But you know, the more I thought about it, I didn't want anything that clung to my belly or very close to the body. So this pattern was perfect. Not only was it easy, it was pretty quick to sew. This is Simplicity S9010. This is what it looks like. I made view A, and view A has a closed back. So the other views in this pattern have this open back, and I chose to do the version that has the closed back. There's two reasons why I did that. The number one reason why is because I wanted to be able to wear a regular bra. And then originally I was like, well, maybe I'll just put a pretty little pin to close it right above the back bra band. So like right in the middle of the back, just to kind of like close it up a bit to cover my bra. But then when I laid out the pattern pieces onto my fabric, it turned out that my fabric wasn't quite wide enough in order to accommodate these large back pieces. So for that reason, I chose to do the closed back view, and it worked out perfectly for what I was trying to achieve. And I got lots of compliments. I was super comfortable. I felt really elegant and put together, but also very cute because I had this awesome print. Now I'm gonna show you the fabric. It's stunning, and this is why I hoarded it for so long. This is the gorgeous fabric. And this is a designer dead stock fabric. It is a Roberto Cavalli fabric that I sourced. I can't even remember where I bought this from. It's been so long. I possibly got it from Stone Mountain & Daughter. I can't remember. I really can't. But when I saw it, I fell in love immediately. It has so many beautiful tones. Now this dress is going to be really great for fall, winter because of the colors. But it's still cold here and I wasn't really feeling the springy vibe when I was sewing my dress for this gala. Now I mentioned in a previous video that I was going to be making the Holyoke dress, and it has so many pieces and I just didn't have the time to really sit down and put it together. So this actually was better for my mental and it was also better for my time that I had to sew, as well as fit the occasion really appropriately. It's a very sophisticated looking type of dress, but it was also very comfortable and I think I'll be able to wear it for years to come. One thing that I love about this fabric is that it's weighty. It has a good stretch on it. Now I did wish I did one thing different. I thought it would be fun to use this pop of color, this orange button for the button closure in the back. But then after I got it on there, I thought, oh wow, that's really large. I almost wish I would have done either a smaller orange button or maybe just a black button that would just kind of blend into the print of the dress. But other than that, I love this dress. I think it turned out really great. I think it's pretty classy and I could see myself wearing this for a very long time. Super easy pattern to sew, 10 pattern pieces only, and I literally just put on some Netflix or an audiobook, I can't remember, it's been a while now, and I just sewed away without too much issue. So really recommend this pattern if you haven't tried it. I definitely think that you should. And yeah, I think I'll make another one. I think for my next version though, I'll make the mini version. There is a view C here. I might still do a long sleeve, but I like the length of the mini for spring summer. But definitely a great pattern, especially for beginners. There's no zippers and there's only this one button you sew on, and I used an elastic loop. It's a hair tie in order to create the loop, but it does have a pattern piece that you can sew into a tiny little loop to add there for the button. Pretty simple for a beginner sewer. The next thing that I made is a very necessary item. It has been baseball season and I have been struggling to carry all the things that I need to carry with me. Most of the time I have my Longchamp tote bag and I love taking those because they're easy to wipe out, and if they get dirty, it's not a big deal, but they're not quite big enough to what I need to carry back and forth with me. And I've found that just trying to carry all my different things all the way the long distance from my car to the field, I drop things along the way. And it's very frustrating for me. And so I thought, okay, it's time to make a massive bag that can carry everything, even if you only use it for baseball season. And it turned out really cute and I love it. So the pattern that I used for this is Simplicity S9937. I definitely pulled a ton of inspiration from Pinterest, and I'll insert some pictures of some things that I saw on Pinterest that I was loving. Because I can sew, I wouldn't dare buy those bags because it doesn't make sense. I have a whole fabric store in my house and I know how to sew. But I saw these extremely large denim bags and I absolutely wanted one. I feel like it's going to be the perfect bag for baseball season. I tested it out for the first time this weekend at my son's game and it worked out really nice. But I also think it would be great as a picnic bag or a beach bag. So it's going to be all purpose. I did do some things that are different from the pattern. For one, this has a patchwork pocket on the front and I did not want to do that. I have a really cool fabric that has a neat print on it that I wanted to showcase. And if you look closely at the front of the pattern, you'll see that the pocket is actually on top of the straps for the bag, and I personally chose to put my pocket underneath the straps. So it's the perfect size for my large cell phone to slip right in there, which is probably what I would have used that pocket for anyway, that or sunglasses. So that's one thing that I changed. The other thing that I changed is you are supposed to just use interfacing, I believe. I don't have my glasses on, but for this pattern, you interface your pieces so that it gives it structure. I personally chose to use foam, and I did that because I wanted it to be spongy and have good recovery, and it would allow me to be able to use this for a lot of different things, and I could throw my laptop or any other devices in here as well without feeling like it's going to be destroyed or harmed in any way. So I also love the fact that when you use foam, it does give it more structure. So that was the other thing that I did that was different. One thing I love about this pattern is that, as you can see, it has a really nice sturdy base, and that is because it comes with a pattern piece in here that is basically a slip cover for a piece of cardboard or plastic canvas. And that is what you put at the bottom of the bag in order to keep that flat structure on the bottom. And I think that's genius. I've made a ton of tote bags, and I think I've only put a base in them once before. And that is the tote. I think the tote bag I did that for was for one of my mother-in-law's tote bags. I've made her so many at this point. And I actually made her another one that I'm going to show you in a minute, but I don't use it, so I don't know how functional it is. But anyway, having created one for this bag, I see how really nice it is, and I love that it doesn't create sagging when I lift the bag up. So that is so cool, and I'm really glad that I tried this pattern out. Now, it's perfect for what I want to use it for. However, I will say it is extremely massive. It is the biggest tote bag that I own. And yeah, I love that for me. But at the same time, I wish I could have this design, but slightly smaller for other purposes. So I may take this as inspiration and make one similar, but much smaller. So here is my version of the bag. I think it looks great. If you guys don't remember this fabric, this is the fabric that I used to make my bomber jacket, my cashmerette pattern bomber jacket. It is a stunning denim fabric that has a really great texture on it. It's really beautiful. But as you can see, we have this large pocket in the front, and right there I have my keys. And then if you look inside, I've used this really pretty floral fabric that I got from Joann as a lining. Now, I chose to do 2 large pockets. So the pattern itself comes with a patchwork pattern to create this big pocket here, and I used the piece that's meant to be used for interfacing to cut out 2 large pockets, one for the outside, and then I created one for the inside, and both of the pockets are lined with that same floral fabric. But I just thought it was nice to have the denim on the floral instead of just using the lining fabric for the pocket. I just think it looks really great. Another thing that I did that I didn't mention is that I created a water bottle holder. It's gonna be hard for me to show you like this, but I did insert footage from my phone to show you how the water bottle holder works. But I really love this so much. It is such a great bag, and the only thing I want to say is that when you make any denim bag, just be prepared that it does add a bit of heft. So it is heavy because I'm, even empty, it's a little heavy, but once I put all the stuff that I want to carry in here, it becomes much heavier. But if you don't mind that, then I highly recommend denim because it's definitely going to last you a really long time, and it's just a really great fabric for tote bags. So this was a really enjoyable project. I love the way it turned out, and if I needed more, I would make one in every piece of denim that I own in my fabric stash because I love the way it looks so very much. Now, to go along with that, I actually made a wristlet. It's packed to the brim right now. I always have a wristlet of some kind that houses all of my lip glosses and medications, my inhalers in here, Tylenol, Benadryl. I also have hand wipes and a tiny mirror and lipsticks. So that's what this is. It's kind of like my little purse catch-all for my important emergency things that I need. So I made this out of the same fabric, and I added a little clip here because for some reason I thought I had added a little loop on the inside. It was something I intended to do, but I sewed this up on Friday night, and I think I was sewing until like 1:30 in the morning, and somehow I forgot to add the little loop on the inside that I plan to clip this into. But regardless, it's okay, I could just throw it inside. But it's the perfect little wristlet purse. I love the way it came out. Initially, I had wanted to put the bottom of the strap layered on top of this, but I felt like it would be too thick for my sewing machine because this is denim, and it's a good weighty denim. So I just put it right below the loop, and I think that looks great. I actually really like it a lot. And this wallet, I did use a thin lining of batting fabric. It's self-drafted. I didn't have a pattern for it, but I think it's perfect. And I am definitely just gonna throw this in every other purse that I have instead of switching them out, because I had something, I think it might have been a little Coach. Yeah, I had my little Coach one before, and that one is made of leather, so it's a bit heavier than this. So I definitely am gonna use this for a while before switching it out, but I typically switch them out when I switch my purses out just so they match. But for the summer, I think this is perfect. And if I don't wanna carry a wallet, I can always take out half of my lipsticks and lip glosses, because who needs to carry that many? I can take out half of these and just throw my little travel wallet in there, and I'm good to go. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's super cute, and because I like it so much, I might actually create a pattern for this in order to add them to my inventory. So yeah, that's everything that goes along with this bag. Again, this pattern is a 10 out of 10. I love it. My next try will be these smaller boxy bags. They are more square than they are the rectangle, and I like that. There is a rectangle bag that is similar to the cosmetic bags that I've already been making, but these other ones are more boxy, and this one on the bottom is rounded, and I think that would be really cute as well. I may actually even do one in the same fabric as this so that I have a little matching set, and this would be a really cute little overnight bag that I could just throw the little matching cosmetic case in there as well. The last thing that I made, which I made last night, is a really cool upcycled denim tote bag. This is for my mother-in-law. She's been asking me for a tote bag made from a pair of jeans for a while now, and I just sat down and got around to putting it together for her. And as you can see, I've kept the front leg and the back leg for both sides of the tote bag. That's the back of the pants. This is the front of the pants. The only thing that's missing is the belt loops and the zipper fly, because I didn't need it. And all of these pockets are completely functional, which I think is so cool. I worked really hard to make sure that I didn't mess up the pockets. And for this right here, the actual Levi's tag, I completely removed it and then put the bag together, and then I stitched it right back on top in order to make it look like it originally did. Now, originally the tag was right here, but I needed to be able to put a strap there for the handle, so I moved it over, and I just didn't want to sew through so many layers of denim, so I just went ahead and put it there, and I think it looks really great. And again, all of the pockets are functional on the outside. Let's talk about the inside. I'm actually going to turn this inside out. Now, because I loved the effect of adding that base that on the other tote bag, I made one of those slip sleeves for this bag as well. And as you can see, I used cardboard, but I also did use the canvas plastic boards, which I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of stuck because it's in there. The reason why I have both is because I started out with the canvas one and I felt like it wasn't sturdy enough, so I went ahead and added the cardboard in addition. Now, if this bag gets dirty and she wants to throw it in the washing machine, all she has to do is slip this out of the bottom. And so I'm going to turn this inside out so that you can see what it looks like. I'm really proud at how it turned out and all the little fun pockets that I've added, because she definitely asked me for a lot of pockets, and she asked and I delivered. So the first thing I want to show you is the 3 pockets that I've added here. They're all big enough to slip a cell phone in, or sunglasses, or whatever else she wants to put in them. And then on this side, I just have a large pocket. And as you can see, for all the pockets, I used the legs from the jeans to create all the pockets. I wanted it to look intentionally like it is a part of the jeans. Now, this right here is the water bottle holder. And she asked me for one of these. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to deliver, and I was, and it definitely works. Now, she carries those Gatorade water bottles, so that's what I use to measure this. And as you can see, I have made this pocket from a part of the legs of the jeans as well, and I created some pleating there. I just thought that was a cute little detail. So this is the inside of the tote bag. This is a chambray denim fabric, so it's denim on both sides, which means that it is a little heavy, but I think because of how beautiful it is, it's worth the weight. So if she doesn't mind the fact that I double denimed it, I think that she'll really appreciate the way it looks. So that is the tote bag that I made for her, and I'll insert clips so that you can see it a little bit better. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I think she's gonna like it, and if she doesn't, she can give it back to me and I'll carry it. But I love the way it turned out so much. I definitely enjoy upcycling. So being able to take a pair of Levi's jeans and turn it into a cool functioning bag was a lot of fun for me. If you like the way this bag turned out and you'd like a tutorial on how I made this bag, do leave a comment in the information section of this video. I do want to point out that I have made that statement for other things that I've drafted and made in the past, like cosmetics bags and things of that nature. And then I only had 1 or 2 people comment that they wanted a tutorial on that. And if you go on YouTube and type in how to make a cosmetic bag, like 1,000,001 tutorials pops up. So I will only be making the tutorials if they are on demand. So if you want them, I will make them. But if I only have 1 or 2 people asking, either it'll take me longer to make that video or I may not make it at all. So, but I can list a link of different videos that'll teach you how to make the item that you want to make. So just let me know. I'm more than happy to make the tutorial if you guys are actually going to want to watch it. So anyways, this is the bag. I'm really pleased with it. Those are all the things that I sewed up. If you enjoyed this video, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. I thank you and I hope you have a fantastic day. Talk to you soon. Bye.